The McKinsey Way, using the techniques of the world's top strategic consultants to help you and your business. By Ethan M. Rasiel. A sleek high-rise office. The skyline of New York City glows through the floor-to-ceiling windows. A consultant in a crisp navy suit sits in a modern boardroom, tapping a Mont Blanc pen against a Lego pad. His eyes dart between a whiteboard full of numbers and a laptop screen displaying complex financial models. Imagine being a fly on the wall inside one of the most powerful consulting firms on the planet, a place where business problems are not just analyzed but dissected with surgical precision. Every decision is based on data, every strategy is backed by relentless logic, and every consultant is trained to think faster, sharper, and more systematically than the competition. Welcome to the world of McKinsey & Company, the elite firm that CEOs of Fortune 100 companies call when they're in trouble, when billion-dollar decisions are at stake, and when only the best minds in business will do. Today, we're diving into the McKinsey Way, a book that doesn't just tell you about McKinsey's approach, but immerses you in it. Written by former McKinsey consultant Ethan Rasiel, this insider's guide reveals the frameworks, strategies, and secret techniques that have made McKinsey the go-to advisor for global power players. Want to think like the world's top consultants? Buckle up, because we're about to crack open the McKinsey playbook. The origin story. It all started in 1923, when James O. McKinsey, a University of Chicago professor, had a radical idea: what if businesses could be run the way scientific problems were solved? Instead of relying on gut instinct, McKinsey believed in structured thinking, meticulous data analysis, and systematic problem solving. Fast forward a century, and McKinsey & Company has grown into the most prestigious consulting firm in the world, known as the Harvard of Consulting. But here's the million-dollar question: why do companies, including governments and global institutions, pay McKinsey millions just to hear their advice? What's so special about their approach? It's not just about what McKinsey does, it's about how they do it. They don't just suggest strategies. They engineer bulletproof, data-driven solutions. They take apart a problem like a mechanic dismantling a high-performance engine, analyzing every bolt, wire, and gear before rebuilding it to run at maximum efficiency. And the best part? You don't need to be a McKinsey consultant to think like one. In the McKinsey Way, Rasiel reveals the tools and mental models that drive McKinsey's success, tools that anyone can use to solve business problems faster, smarter, and with more impact. So, whether you're an entrepreneur looking to scale, a business leader facing a tough decision, or just someone obsessed with cracking the code of top-tier consulting, stick around. Because what you're about to learn could change the way you think about strategy forever. The McKinsey mindset: thinking like a top consultant. A dimly lit war room-style meeting. A team of sharp-dressed consultants huddles around a whiteboard, covered in diagrams, arrows, and financial projections. One of them draws a final line on the board, steps back, and nods in satisfaction. The solution is taking shape. At the core of the McKinsey way of thinking is a philosophy that has shaped the strategies of Fortune 100 companies, government institutions, and billion-dollar startups. It's not about guessing. It's not about relying on experience alone. It's about approaching every problem with laser-focused logic and bulletproof frameworks. And if you want to think like a McKinsey consultant, here are 3 principles you need to master. Fact-based thinking, gut feelings, guesswork? Those don't exist at McKinsey. Every recommendation is backed by data, every insight supported by exhaustive research. McKinsey-ites don't just ask, "What do we think is happening?" They dig deep, analyze financial statements, conduct expert interviews, and scrutinize the competition. The goal? To strip away the noise and get to the cold, hard truth. 2. MECE Principle: mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. Ever seen a problem so complex it feels like an impossible puzzle? That's where MECE comes in. McKinsey consultants break every issue into separate, non-overlapping parts while making sure nothing is left out. It's like organizing a messy bookshelf, not by randomly stuffing books wherever they fit, but by arranging them into clear categories where each book has a place and no space is wasted. A McKinsey associate meticulously rearranging a bookshelf labeled Revenue, Costs, Market Expansion, and Customer Retention. The categories snap into place like pieces of a puzzle. 3. The 80-20 rule. Work smarter, not harder. Here's a secret McKinsey consultants swear by. 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. The key is finding that magic 20%, the decisions, processes, or customers that drive the biggest impact. McKinseyites don't waste time chasing every lead. Instead, they identify the game-changing insights that will make the greatest difference and focus relentlessly on those. A consultant examining a massive spreadsheet, isolating a few key numbers, then circling them with a red marker. These are the numbers that matter. And here's the best part. These aren't just consulting tricks. You can use these principles in your business, in your studies, or even in your daily decision-making. Whether you're launching a startup, working on a school project, or trying to boost your productivity, these tools give you a massive advantage. Because in a world drowning in information, knowing what really matters is a superpower. The consulting lifestyle? High pressure, high rewards. A stressed-out consultant running through an airport, coffee in one hand, laptop bag in the other. Another city. Another client. Another high-stakes decision. Being a McKinsey consultant is not for the faint of heart. It's fast-paced, high-pressure, and often brutally competitive. If you think pulling an all-nighter in college was tough, try doing it week after week while solving billion-dollar problems for Fortune 100 CEOs. McKinsey is famous for its up or up policy. Either you rise through the ranks, or you're shown the door. That means long hours, constant travel, and a relentless demand for excellence. But for those who thrive, the rewards are astronomical. And the best part? A McKinsey alum is never just another ex-consultant. They go on to lead the world's biggest companies, from Google to Goldman Sachs, from government leadership to Silicon Valley startups. If you want a golden ticket to the top, a few years at McKinsey can be the ultimate launchpad. How McKinsey sells solutions? The art of influence. Selling solutions at McKinsey isn't like selling a product. There's no cold calling, no flashy sales pitches, no pressure tactics. McKinsey doesn't sell. They position themselves as trusted advisors. And that difference? It's what sets them apart from everyone else. A McKinsey partner answering a phone call from a top executive. The voice on the other end is urgent. We've got a major challenge, and we need McKinsey's help. McKinsey's reputation is so powerful that companies come to them. When businesses face complex, high-stakes problems, McKinsey is often the first call they make. Why? Because they don't just offer advice, they deliver solutions so rigorous and well-structured that CEOs, boards, and even governments trust their judgment. And here's where McKinsey plays a masterstroke: pre-wiring decision-makers. Before presenting a game-changing idea, they work behind the scenes to align key executives, ensuring buy-in before the big meeting even happens. By the time the final presentation rolls around, the hard part is already done. No surprises, no resistance, just seamless execution. This isn't just about consulting. It's about influence, about understanding how organizations work from the inside out. And once you master that, you can sell anything: a business idea, a strategy, even yourself in an interview. Because in the end, the best way to sell is to make sure you don't have to sell at all. Life after McKinsey, the ultimate career launchpad. Most McKinsey consultants don't stay forever. In fact, McKinsey has a half-life of 2 years, meaning half of its recruits leave within that time. But here's the thing: leaving McKinsey doesn't mean stepping down. It means leveling up. The McKinsey name is more than a resume booster. It's a passport to leadership. Once you've worn that McKinsey badge, doors open everywhere. Hedge funds, Silicon Valley startups, private equity, C-suite positions at major corporations. McKinsey alumni don't just find opportunities. They create them. Because here's the truth: McKinsey doesn't just train consultants. They create leaders. People who think fast, act decisively, and know how to navigate the world's most complex business problems. So, if you ever wondered why so many former McKinsey consultants end up running the world, well, now you know. So, what can you take away from the McKinsey way? Focus on the 20% that creates 80% of the impact. Build strong relationships and manage key decision makers. These aren't just consulting tricks, they are life skills. Whether you're launching a startup, growing a business, or just trying to make smarter decisions, these techniques can give you a massive edge. If you want to think like the world's top consultants, grab a copy of the McKinsey Way. And if you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, and let me know in the comments, what's your biggest business challenge right now?